may keep this back here. But what happens is this has a siren or a whistle as well as a flashing light in it. So if it notices whatever you hook up to this, sensor, pressure, switch, whatever, once it switches the power onto it, it sets off. It's bright and it's loud. So I don't know if I'm going to put this on the back door out here or not. But if not, this may also go in the van. But in the van, not so much outside the van. I don't know if you guys notice it or not. But if you're in an area that has a lot of noise, a lot of high-pitched, loud, ear-piercing noise, it disorientates you. You can't think. You're thinking of, I gotta get away from the noise. So by having this blasting off with the red light blinking in the van, it's going to be super loud. Right now the boys are sleeping. I don't want to set it off. And at that point, you'd know it. I may set it off in a minute. Tucker's the only one out here. Tucker doesn't give two shits. He'll lift his head up and look at me like I'm a nut. So at that point, that's that one. Then I have just your basic shock sensor, which works off of a little spring in there, which is also adjustable for sensitivity. These could be a bit of a pain in the ass because a good wind sometimes will move that, but they're good. This is also a little siren. Oh, this is the one I wanted to find. This one here is more of a shock, but no adjustment on it. It's just basically what it is well, there's two adjustments. It's a 2-zone shock sensor, but it doesn't have moving parts like this one, so to speak. Alright, it's a little bit different. If I was to open it, you'd see what I'm talking about. But I don't want to break one just to show you. And then this is another air pressure switch that I was using for something else. Now I have all kinds of little mini sirens and things like that in here as well, but I'm not going to be using these because I'll probably end up using this red one. If I don't use this red one, I'll probably use this little pienzo because this is also loud. I used to have one of these on my other van, my stretch van, my 1-ton, for a backup because this makes a lot of noise. I've got a bunch of those in here. Now, I also have, again, I got to figure out which one I actually want to use or not use. Because I also have another thing here, let me find it, which is probably the one I should use. That's if I can find it. I know I put it in a box someplace. Okay, those are just switches, so that's not the one. Did I put it in a drawer? Did I put it in a drawer someplace? I may have. Up there, I think I did. Now to get it out. Hold on a minute, guys. Apparently the box decided to expand while it was in the drawer. There we go. Right here. Motion. There you go. This is a 12-volt motion sensor. I can use it to turn on a light. I can use it to set off a siren. You have your power. And you have your switching. So that's basically it. This is your input. This is your basically your output. And power goes here. When this gets movement of some sort, it turns these two powers on. Power and negative. Separate power negative, separate power negative. If you see things like this, make sure you hook them up like this because you don't want to take a chance and hook up the two negatives together. They're negatives. You know what I mean? It's this way for a reason. So use it the way it's meant to be used. But I also have that. So this would probably be the best way to go. See, what I want to do is, let me explain to you what I want to do. What I want to do is, I want to have it so that if somebody decides they want to come up to the van and look in the windows, you know, look in the window, you know, and they cup their hands to kind of look in, or they get close to look in. You know, at nighttime they got to get real close. During the day there's usually a reflection, so they still have to get close. I want it so that when they get close enough that it picks them up. I don't know if this will pick them up through the glass or not. So I have to test that, because if so, this would probably be the best way. And I can put it center of the van and just crank up the sensitivity on it and not worry about it. So that's that one. Shit, I forgot I had these. I remember I bought these and I don't remember why, but what these are their remote on-offs for 12 volt. 12 volt in, boom, 12 volt out. It's a turn on, turn off, you know, and that's what it is. I forgot I even had these. I bought these for something. I was doing something else. I was involved with something else, so I said, let me put them away for now. And now I forgot what the hell I bought them for. But that's what this is. It's a low amperage though. If I remember right, these are only, I want to say these are about 5 amp. Well, let's see what this relay tells us. 12 volt, 10 amp. Okay, 12 volts at 10 amp. Okay. This is the little antenna for the remote. If I wanted to take that and stretch it out, I could, but leave things as they are. And you don't want to start screwing things up. Things work best when left alone. But again, if I wanted to drill a little hole in this case and pull that wire out, it may give me better distance. However, remember the wire and where it was and how many wraps you had, because sometimes the wrap of the wire gives you the frequency that you need. So by making it straight, it may not work. So, okay, seeing that Tucker is out there screaming at something, let me give you an indication of how this thing works. So let me disconnect that from here, and disconnect this one from here. Let me move these over here, and show you how this thing works, if in fact it still works. Let's go negative to negative. We don't want to do that. There you go. You hear that? Nice and loud. Now if that was inside an enclosed vehicle with that light flashing and you broke into it, I'm sorry, Lance, you would be definitely disorientated and be looking to get out of there. And that's what it's looking to do.